Hello, everybody. It's Mrs. Chapman down here in Student Services. Hey, in conjunction with the office, we're going to show you a little slideshow here about how we're going to finish strong for the rest of the school year. So, how to do the rest of the school year successfully. So, Mrs. Salzman, thank you for putting this together. And this is instead of our wellness tidbit. So I apologize for not having the wellness tidbit up, but we are working with the office on some positive behavior things and some other things for the next couple of weeks. So we are excited to share some ideas about how we can finish strong. I wonder what you guys would say about how we're going to finish strong in the 2023-2024 school year. All right, here we go. Do you have FOMO? You might need to explain what this means to your teachers. Some of us did not know what this was just a couple of years ago. So, those of us who've been around for a while, not used to all this lingo and technology. So, do we all kind of have this? The fear of missing out. All right, some things that we could miss due to our behavior choices would be lunch and recess with your friends. And we all know how important lunch and recess is to you guys. The last school dance, which is going to be in May, concerts, participation in after school things, fun house activities. And end of the year activities. So, we're going to talk a little bit about all the great things you can do so you guys don't have to experience the fear of missing out. All right. We only have 2.5 months of school left. I can't even just believe how fast this year has gone. So, spring break's coming up in a couple of weeks. So let's just talk about how we can stay eligible for all the really great things. And this is what I know working with lots of kids here in this building, that y'all have really great hearts. And I know how hard you try to do the right things most of the time. All right. So, let's try not to be to class late and try to be in school as much as possible. So if you're sick, stay home. We don't want kids walking around here with fevers or adults walking around here with fevers, but certainly the more you're here, the easier things will be for you in terms of your academics, and you won't feel behind and experience some of those things when we fall behind. So get to where you need to be, and please come to school. We all love to see your smiling faces. Cell phones. We all know how important your cell phones are to you in keeping in connection with your social circle or your friends and your parents and your guardians. We know how important they are. We use cell phones as well. But just keep in mind when cell phones are allowed here at school. So that's 7:19 and before, and 2:32 and after that. So hopefully you guys remember that expectation. Grades and your homework. Be sure to try to keep up with all of your work in your classes. You guys know how to check for your grades and your homework and your to-do list. Please ask for help if you need it, or ask somebody that you trust that can ask for help, because it's so important. Teachers and staff, we can't read your mind when you are in need of something. So please let us know, email us, email in the Canvas course, however your teachers have asked you to talk to them about getting help. They are the experts in their subjects. So please, please, please ask them for help. If you need extra help, come on over to Homework Club. It's just an hour after school, and hopefully you can get your stuff done Mondays, Tuesdays, and or Thursdays. You can come to all three or just one or two of them. You also can go to the Boys and Girls Club and work there in their power hour. All right, super important, especially you guys, 7th graders, as you get up going to 8th grade and 9th grade, where your classes are going to be starting to count for credits starting in 9th grade. And you'll learn more about that as you get to the junior high. We say, oh, look, there's another easy one. We know all of our choices come with consequences, right? So the good decisions we make come with good consequences, and the poor decisions we make come with negative consequences, right? So and some of those might include things like, calling parents if it's a negative choice or decision we make. It could mean detentions, things like that. Any suspensions, our last fun night dance, you won't be able to come if you guys have suspensions, like in school or out of school suspensions. And so I will tell you, coming from somebody who's worked in the district a long time, that this is not something that brings adults joy to give consequences. So we hope that you guys can stop and think before you make a decision that might be harmful to you or to somebody else here in the building. All right, we don't want you to miss out on the fun stuff with your friends that will be coming up toward the end of the year. Um, we talk about a lot about behavior in the hallway. We know that the hallways, the bus, unstructured times are a little harder to make good decisions, especially if those around us are not making good decisions. So name calling, inappropriate language, it it just affects not just you or the person that you're name calling or what's going on, but it affects the people around you as well. And we want the culture here at the DCF Middle School to be more positive than negative, and we need you all to jump in and help us out with that. So the playground is the place to let out your energy and kind of, have a lot of fun when we coming back into school, the hallways and our classrooms. We just want to make sure everybody is staying safe and making good decisions the best they can. We certainly, you guys know, we have cameras in the hallway. Again, it's not something we like to do, looking at cameras and all of that. And I would say, coming from student services, if you mess up and screw up, come and tell somebody that you did it, right? It's so much easier to try to fix the problem and restore maybe some feelings that you have hurt or things like that, if you're honest and upfront with what's going on. Okay. I love this. Mrs. Salzman put this slide here. It's so great. Getting involved in negative behaviors is like choosing to step in dog poop. Instead of walking around it. And I know sometimes it's really difficult, especially if our friends are part of doing something that maybe not be the best thing. But think of creative ways that you can tell your friends that you don't want to be a part of those kinds of things. It's never a good idea to make somebody feel bad on purpose. I always try to think of how would I react to something that's being said to me. I'm not saying that we don't make mistakes, because we all do. And if we do, let's fix them from our hearts, and that will help us all move forward. Spring, it got here early, right? I'm kind of enjoying it. I know lots of you love winter and snow. I am more of a sun kind of girl. So spring is earlier this year. So it brings us reminders about the dress code. And I know lots of us don't agree with the dress code. Lots of us, like maybe some students in the building, we're not thinking that the dress code is the best thing, but it is what it is. And so let's all do the right thing, right? The dress code applies to everybody. So think about the things that you wear. And some of the things, our stomachs need to be covered. The clothes we wear underneath our clothes shouldn't be showing. And if you're thinking in the morning, I wonder if this is against the dress code, just don't wear it. And then you won't have to think about it. I know you all like to express yourselves and how you dress. And we just have to keep in mind about the expectation and the rules here at school. And it's a good lesson in, no matter where you go, there's different expectations and rules, right? Like you can go to the park, maybe wear something different. You can go, I don't know, to a mall or hanging out with your friends, and you might wear, I don't know, pajamas and slippers or whatever. And only on pajama days, right? Can we wear slippers here at school? We have to wear shoes. So socially, let's think where we are and dress the way that we should dress. Thanks, everybody. And I just want to tell everybody that I believe in each and every one of you, and I know that we're going to end You're strong. So I apologize again for not having the wellness tidbit up. We are working on some other videos for you guys. I hope you all have a rest of a really great week, and we will see you around the school. From the office and student services, have a really great, amazing day.